Hello everybody and Happy New Year. This seems like a very intimate sort of programme, as stats tell me that not many people actually watch this, which means if you're watching it, perhaps you're motivated to watch, so I feel a real connection with you. And I think that sort of goes really across the board for most things that we do, or I do, the writing and the websites, because it is a small pool of people that we tend to sort of communicate with, and we wish it were bigger, but you know, we can only speak to whoever God sends. So thank you for listening and watching, and just to say, we're entering a new season now, and I suppose there's things I need to get off my mind in a sense, because the Lord has led me away from perhaps having to rely so much on regular income, and we hear of this thing called living by faith, which is easy for me to write about, easy for me to talk about others who are on that journey, but it's very different when you seem to be called to it yourself, as I am at the moment. I do believe, Monica and I. So we say to ourselves, okay, so how do we proceed? Because I'm a writer. I've written 18, 19 books, and that doesn't mean that I've sold that many books. The books have been well reviewed and well received, but not many people have actually read them, or those that have got them have tended to pass them around. So let's say the income from book sales has been low. The websites I do for nothing. So it's a case of how is it all going to keep us going. The thing that really concerns me is the publishing, because any time I bring a new book out, it is a lot of money to go through the whole process, because I tend to print quite a few just to get the prices down, and in order so that I can give many away for nothing, and also bless ministries who I give a sizable discount to for them to sell the books. So there's a quandary. So I'm toying with the idea of this sort of crowdsourcing for the books. I don't know if it's something you've heard of, where people will perhaps buy the books in advance. In other words, the money comes first before you get the books, in order so that I can pay for the books and then you get the books. The advantage to me obviously is cash flow, because we're talking about around about £6,500 this year, where I've no idea where that's coming from. For that, I've got 2 major books coming out, and I'll speak about those in the next talk, plus 4 or 5 booklets, plus a reprint of one of my books that's running out of print. Now, my first book that I ever did was The Land of Many Names. Some of you might remember it. Well, in fact, that's how I operated there, because I was with a publisher and I needed 1,000 books just to get started, and I had to pay them over £3,000, which I didn't have, but I found about 20 or 25 people who were willing to do this crowdsourcing business, where they bought packs of 10 or 20 books beforehand, so I had the money in hand so I could pay the publisher. What you got from that is that you would be the first to get the books, plus perhaps a mention in the acknowledgements, but overall really it's a case of we should be working together, and I do have a real need. I don't often talk about needs, and it'd be great if you could help out. And the other thing is, I'm on stewardship. We have one supporter who gives us £5 every month, bless him. Is that a route that we need to go through? Do we need a supporter base? Because money is obviously not going to come in the normal way from now on, and the Lord can bless in any way he likes, but these are not the days of the 19th century, where many ministries lived on faith, and they could do that because those who give were also strong men of faith, so they would be praying constantly for, Lord, where should I be giving my money? And the Lord would put people in their mind, and they'll send the money. And we read many testimonies of that. But I suspect maybe these days I'm competing against all those ministries that are forever bombarding you with needs for money. Now, I don't have a donate button on the website. It's not that we don't need the money, it's just that we don't feel it's right to be the same as anyone else. But on the reverse side, it may indicate to you, well, there's no donate button because they don't need the money. So you can see catch-22 here. So I'm sorry if this sounds a bit. I just wanted to be honest in the new year. Let's kick off the new year with honesty and just all the needs laid out. And we've got exciting plans this year with the conference, with 2 new books and the booklets, the website that, if you go to saltshakers.com, you'll see what a great website it is. And that's 2 hours work every day just to get that going. So, let's all work together and let's all support each other. And it's not just finances. It may seem to be, but it isn't. It'd be great if, physical help, doing it on the website, and prayer and everything. It all adds together, and we are one body. And I'd love to be able to meet up with you this year. Again, I can come and speak any place you want. A soiree or a sort of a little party, like a Tupperware type party, but with books, or conferences and anything like that. They'll all be great for me to be able to talk about the books and sell the books. So that's another option as well. So that's all for me. I promise that the next talk will be a more uplifting, and we'll go into more about thinking differently. But I just had to get this off my chest. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.